Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to make some sunglasses. And it's important, you know, in a situation where there's a lot of snow or you're going to be dealing with a bright sunny day like today, and you need to protect your retinas because it'll actually fry your retinas, especially in snow. This is a must in snow. Now, don't spend too much time on it. Just go ahead and make yourself something simple that'll work. So what I have here, nice piece of birch bark. Okay, any bark that you can get that's stringy, that will come off in a nice piece like this will work fine. It's pliable. It needs to be something you can work with. Now this is what I'm going to do, is take this. I can see that, okay, this will fit over my eye quite well, like it is right now. I'm going to take a little sliver off right here. So I want it fairly even. So now I have this. In birch bark, you can tear this thing down and make it smaller. It tears in nice straight sections. This right here, I ripped that off, just like that. It came nice and straight. Okay, so now I want to put it over my face centered, and I want to find a center mark over my left eye and over my right eye. Okay, so once I find that center mark, I'm going to hold my finger on one position, and I'm going to take my knife. Stick my knife in, and I'm going to make a straight line. Okay, I don't need this line huge, but I need it big enough where I can see out of it. So then, once I have that line made, I want to put this down on some wood here, and I'm going to make two little incisions. Okay, I'm going to come up here and show you, alright? Now what I did, I have my line right here, running straight across, and I took my knife, turned it, poked a little hole on this end of it, and a little hole on this end of it. Basically, you're making a small rectangle. So now, on the top of that cut, I want to just make a slice straight across and peel that little section out. So I'm going to do that here. The nice thing about birch bark, it usually comes off for you without you having to do any work anyways. So I'm left with that. Alright? That's perfect. I can see just fine out of this. And now, I'm going to position this one where I want it in my eye. And I'm going to find center over my other eye, which is right here. Okay, and I want to make sure that I'm lined up here. Want to make sure that I'm good and lined up with that other one. So I check down here, make sure, okay, yep, I'm good and straight with that one. Make myself a little incision here. And it's very important to know this very simple skill. Your eyes are quite important for everyday life. You don't want to lose them in a survival situation. Okay, so I just did the same thing on that side. That's perfect. Okay, I know I probably look like Iron Man or something, but this is ideal because now from the bottom and the top, I don't have a lot of light hitting my eyes. I just have a nice sliver right here so I can see perfectly in front of me. You know, especially in a snowy environment, more than likely you're dealing with just snow, so you don't have to worry about running into anything. And you can actually see quite well out of these. It's not as bad as you think. Make a pair and you'll find out. You know, you have to just constantly be looking up and down, checking where you're stepping. Okay, because you don't have your peripherals down, but you have your peripherals left and right. Okay, so now what I want to do is make some type of cordage to wrap this around my head, and we're going to get to that right now. Okay, if we're going to make some sunglasses, then we're going to need some type of cordage to wrap that around our head, and say we didn't have any, or we didn't want to waste the good cordage we have on a pair of sunglasses. So we come up to a tree, okay, and we look at this one. Well, it's decent. It's kind of peely, which is alright. We test it. Is that stringy? Is that going to work for me? Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to test my knife along this tree here like so. And if I can get a good long piece like that, then that's pretty good cordage for me. And what you want to do is come up to other trees. You know, you can see this tree's a little different. Okay, that's not going to give me what I need. Okay, that's not going to give me anything of what I need. It's not stringy. It's not giving me a nice long piece. Okay, we come to this tree, which I think is the same as that other one. I'm thinking it's some type of maple. See, now look at that nice piece we just got right there. That's perfect for what we want to do. Okay, not 100% sure on what it is. I'm guessing some type of maple based on the bark, the way that bark has got that light blotchiness to it. Okay, I smell it. It smells kind of sweet. Doesn't smell like tulip poplar. Tulip poplar's got that lime smell like I explained to you. So I think this is maybe some maple. So we're going to use this to make ourselves just a little piece of cordage to wrap those sunglasses around our face. Alright, so we have our nice piece of bark here. What we're going to do is you want to test it, see how well it's going to work. And the first thing you want to do is just crack it like this. Okay, I just simply put a crack in it. And then you're going to push up like that. Okay. That's perfect. See what that did? That ripped that bark off and left me with this real fibery looking texture here. Okay, so then we just go ahead, push some more. Okay, we're going to slowly just take this bark and we're going to peel that cambium layer off. And what I'm doing is just pushing up on the bark and this is coming off. Okay, so we just want to work that in our fingers like this. Get that whole layer off there. And you want this as big as you possibly can make it. So you want to try to get a nice big strand to come off. That means less work. So I'm just going to keep pushing on this, getting a nice big piece to come off for me. Okay, so that narrowed out and I got a piece this big, which is just fine. And then I'm going to take these and I'm going to slowly break little pieces off like so. Okay, get all that extra stuff off. I'm going to take it in my fingers and I'm going to make it pliable by rolling it like this. Okay, so I'm rolling it around, getting it nice and pliable, ready to be made into a quick set of cordage. We're not too worried about strength here. We want it strong enough to keep it on our face and not break, because that'll just be a pain in the butt. But so now we're going to take and we're going to do our reverse wrap method by twisting this center till you get that little loop like that. We're going to pinch that in our finger. And we're going to begin doing our turn away from us, pull towards us. Turn away from us, pull towards us. We're going to begin our reverse wrap method. Okay, we want to do this quick. We don't want to waste too much time on it. Now in a situation where sunglasses are essential and you don't have none, then you need to take the few minutes to make this. You don't want to waste all day on it. You know, I'm just trying to show you a quick way to do it. You just kind of go around from tree to tree, find something that looks like it has smooth bark, test it. Take your knife, draw down it. Do you get a nice big piece of cordage? Then great. If not, move to the next tree. And try to remember that tree because you may need it down the road. Okay, now snow is going to be our biggest factor when it comes to needing sunglasses. So if you were in, a place like Michigan, that's where you would really need something like sunglasses. Okay, because you have what's called snow blindness. The sun reflecting off that snow and that really shiny white, it burns your retinas, and that's the problem with it. You know, you may not think nothing's happening. If you've ever been in snow, you're outside playing in it, you know, when you're a kid or something, then you come back inside and it's like, oh man, it's dark in here. And it feels weird on your eyes, and your eyes are like seeing all these colors. Well, that's what's happening. Your retina is being fried. So we need to protect our eyes. Even if you're hiking in these mountains and that sun, you know, you're walking towards the sun, make a quick pair. It's going to help you. Okay, so I'm going to spare you the time here. I'm going to go ahead and weave this. I've already got that much right there. So I'm going to make this long enough to fit around my head, and we're going to go from there to put our sunglasses on. Alright, so when you're done with your cordage, you should have something about like this right here. Okay, just test it. Okay, it wraps almost around my whole head, which is fine, because we need to make sure we leave enough room to tie a knot in this to hold it on our piece of bark. Okay, you can see that's a nice little weave there. Simply just the inner bark of, I'm guessing, maple. It's a nice little weave. It's good and strong. It's stretchy. Shouldn't break on me. It'll work perfect for this job. So now I need to put these over my face like so. Kind of get a measurement of where I can put this. Okay, so my edge of my eye holes are right here. So I need to come back a little ways. And I feel about right here is a good spot. Okay? Alright, I'm going to take my knife here. And I'm going to take that spot. I don't want to go too close to the edge, and I don't want to go too close to my eye hole. I want it to be comfortable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and make a small hole. Very small. Just a simple little hole. Enough for this to fit through. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke that through. Now, the trick here is you want to make sure that this is poked through from the inside out, because you don't want that knot on the inside rubbing against your head. It's not going to be comfortable. It's more comfortable to just have a little piece of rope on there. So what you're going to do is you're going to push that through. Closer here to show you what I'm doing. I went from the inside out, okay? And then what that'll do is it'll just snug right up on that like that for you, instead of you having a knot right here pushing on your head all day. So you don't want to be that uncomfortable. So then I'm going to bring this through, and I'm just going to tie a nice knot right in it. Just a simple overhand knot is all you need. Okay, if you can get it two knots in there, then that's good. Make it even bigger. Okay, so I put just a simple square knot there. Cinched her down. Now I bring this back down and it won't come through. Okay, see how that works? And the knot's on the outside. You don't want that poking you in the head the whole time you're wearing these things. So now I have to take and put this, set my knife down. Okay, I'm going to put this back on my face, and I'm going to pull my string around. Okay, and I need to get an estimate. Okay, so here's my eye. I come about halfway from this to the back. So I'm going to need it about right here is where I'm going to need that knot. Okay, so I bring this out right here, and I'm going to pinch it off with my fingers and hold on to that. Okay, so that's how much I have to work with right there. So now I need to take and make this hole here, right in the center there. Good and lined up with everything else. Now this one's going to be a little different because we have to be able to put this on our head. So what I want to do is pull it through there, pull it through the hole, put these on to where they're comfortable. And I want to cinch this down a little bit, and all I want to do is tighten it, and I want to tie the knot while these are on. and I want to do it so I can take it back off. Okay, you got to remember, you don't want to ruin these. Okay, so now they're on my face and secure. Simple. Okay, get a nice close up here. You can see that my face is protected all the way down to here. It's a perfect size actually, because my nose is here and I can breathe. I'm not going to get sunburn on my nose or anything, and I can see just fine through these. Alright, and now my retinas aren't going to be fried from the snow coming up and hitting them from here. And that's what these do. You narrow that amount of light that's coming in. Okay, so now all I have is what's in front of me, instead of all that snow, them sun rays bouncing off that snow and just peltering my eyes. And that's why you need these. Okay, like I said, more so in a snowy situation than a dry woodland situation. Say it's say it's sunny and you need to go south and it's noon, so you gotta walk towards that sun, then you need to just put a pair of these on, because you're gonna be staring at that sun the whole time, and that'll block it from coming down. Okay, now you just got this simple light right here. All that, like right now, I can't see my hand sitting right here. Okay, so that means all that sun rays that are coming down aren't gonna hit me in the eyes. So this is just a quick little tip here, how to make a pair of bush sunglasses, as you could say. And go ahead and make yourself some so you get familiar with it. Okay, and remember that when you do this, you need to tie this, just a simple little knot on this side, so you can undo it real quick and take these back off without ruining your sunglasses. So I untied that. I just simply gotta pull this through a little bit. They come right back off. And then I've just got this pair of sunglasses ready for when I need them. Okay, or I can use it at night to cover my eyes if I want a little, sleeping mask. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll be coming back with some more cool tips like that and what you can do in certain situations like so.